All right, so by now, if you're a parent or you know a parent, you probably want all the basics. So, Reverend Dr. Darrell Kennedy, let me start with you. Who should apply? And no, let me back up. Is there a fee to attend?
No, this is a charter school, so it's free. It is free. I want y'all to say that with me. It is free. And your local school system has to provide transportation for the young scholars to get to school. And we're looking for all males that are rising sixth and seventh grade. No matter what school you go to in the region, Pittsburgh region, you are welcome to apply and welcome to come. And we believe that this school is going to change the trajectory of these young men's lives. And one of the
So,
things that we are doing at this school, we're not just going after the boys, we're going to help their families. So we're going to provide wraparound services that will assist their families as well. So that's what really we're excited about with our partnerships with the universities and other social service agencies and churches and other organizations that are going to help us to provide the wraparound services so that we can make sure that not only the young male scholar is taken care of, but we also want to influence their families being taken care of as well.
so, Reverend Talita, tell me, who is the ideal student? I mean, we know that you're starting with sixth and seventh graders. We know that they are males. We know that they want to do well. But what else will you be looking for? I mean, does a student's academic history up until now, is it a factor? What if there have been some disciplinary problems? And let's be honest, a lot of times our kids end up with things on their record that don't really reflect who they are as people. What kinds of things will you be looking for?
As a former educator, I have learned that you are absolutely right. There are sometimes things that show up on records that are not a reflection of who that child is. And so we are not going to disqualify or discriminate against anyone. We have already received inquiries from parents who have children that have gotten into trouble, and we have not turned them away. We realize that everyone deserves redemption and deserves a chance,
Mm-hmm.
another chance. And so we are welcoming all students. And right now, if you feel that this is the place for your son, we encourage you to go to lifesteam.org and to apply for to attend this school.
I see why you keep her around. She just slid that right in so smooth. Livesteam.org, indeed. Thank you so much, because we hadn't said that yet, so I appreciate that. And Dr. Hickman, I mean, here's the other challenge that it seems to me. Classes will start in August for sixth and seventh graders. A lot of our students are coming in or starting the fall after a very tumultuous year. We have some kids that didn't go into a classroom until a month before the school year was over. We have some kids who are realistically lagging behind because remote didn't necessarily work for them. What's the plan to attack that? Because I think that's also why a lot of parents are also thinking we got to do something different this year.
Yes, that's a good point. We're going to definitely make sure that we re-socialize students to going back to school, because you're right, it's going to be different. Maybe being in the house, or having class in your bed for the school year. So we're going to make sure we teach them how to be school students again. So that'll be a big part of it, and walk them through just all the different parts of being able to sit in your seat when you're supposed to, listening, so on and so forth. So we're going to be very explicit and intentional about how we do that. In terms of where they are academically, I don't like to think about what they lost. I know we're going to meet them wherever they are. So wherever it is that they are, whatever they walk through the door with, we're going to make sure we're ready to deal with that and meet them where they are and provide them whatever need it is, whether that's support, because some of them might need support, or others of them might have excelled during this time period and they might need they might need some enrichment. So that's the way I see education is that teachers, principals, the school responds to the students that walk in. And wherever they are, we're going to meet them where they are, and then we're going to raise them up from there.
And Dr. Kennedy, I try to think of the questions that parents will have that parents are asking. So here's the parent in me. So where exactly are you located? You will provide transportation for my child. And I think one of the other challenges that a lot of our families face is, what's the deal with lunch? Is there going to be a lunch program? Because sometimes we send our kids into spaces where we think they're going to bring their lunch because it's not in the budget, but everyone else there is eating a different lunch. Talk me through that.
Well, it's going to be located in Wilkins Township, right outside of Monroeville on Highway 22 in the Penn Center East office complex in building number 7. The address is 777 Penn Center Boulevard, Pittsburgh, PA 15235. So it's right outside of Penn Hills, right outside of Monroeville. Yes, we're going to provide lunch for the young male scholars. So we want to make sure that they have the nutrition that they need. So we're going to provide lunches for them, a good time of fellowship, for them. And we're going to surround them with a lot of positive male role models. I'm a part of a fraternity, of course, and so my fraternity brothers, I'm a pastor. So we're going to have other churches involved. We're going to have other organizations involved to try to help these young men to see the positivity of what they can become. So we're really excited about that.
All right. Well, you know what that means, my friend. This is where you tell us how folks get more information. What's that website? What's the address?
Okay.
How do folks apply, and how quickly do they need to apply, Reverend
So you
Kennedy?
need to apply now.
Not you,
Yeah.
her.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she said that in so well. See,
We would encourage you to apply now. Please do not wait. You can go to lifesteam.org. You will be prompted on where to go to complete your application for student enrollment. And if you have any questions, there will also be contact information there that you will be able to, so you will be able to reach out to a live person.
well, I'm looking forward to hearing great things. And Dr. Kennedy, when you start having guest speakers out at that school, you better make sure I'm on the list. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to have you be one of the
Yes,
first
indeed.
ones. Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds exciting. Thanks so much for joining us today, all three of you. Lots of good information, and I am thrilled to see this vision you had turn into a reality. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you so much.
We'll be back with some closing thoughts in just a minute. Don't go away.